Today I want to share how I hit my protein goals being egg and dairy free. So this can be super challenging, so I'm just sharing this with anyone who may be intolerant to eggs, or maybe you're intolerant to dairy, or maybe you're intolerant to both like I am, or maybe you have another intolerance and you'll get some ideas from this. Maybe you're following the vegan diet. And if you are following the vegan diet, as a nutritionist, I would just like to have a public service announcement and say make sure you're taking B12 if you're following the vegan diet, because you will not be getting it in your diet otherwise. That's just a little message for the vegans out there. So I personally was diagnosed with this intolerance. I kind of knew about the dairy, but I only found out about the eggs 2 years ago, so it's fairly new, and I wasn't actually getting any physical response to eggs. However, they were causing me to have leaky gut, which is a serious condition and affects your health quite substantially. So when I talk to people about this and they say, well, I'm not having a physical reaction, just want to say this, that your body does give you feedback. So if you were having really bad wind, if you were having diarrhea or really unusual bowel motions that aren't normal, then your body's trying to give you some feedback about the food you're eating, and that happens to me if I eat either eggs or dairy. So the alternative is not having them, because they can't, they don't serve me in my diet. So things, I think initially the biggest thing was taking eggs away. Felt like I couldn't have breakfast. So I do encourage you to go follow me on Facebook. I share lots of recipes over there. I am a nutritionist, so I do enjoy lots of breakfast now, things like baked oats, and I make them egg free. Chia puddings, I had a overnight oats chia pudding kind of mix up this morning. Vegan pancakes. There's actually really a lot of options. It's just getting your head around it. I do miss eggs, I'm not even kidding you. They're such a great source of protein. But I will mention, being a nutritionist and prioritizing protein myself, that an egg has 7 grams of protein. So if you're going to have eggs as a breakfast, then make sure you're having like 3 of them, or having 2 eggs and adding extra egg whites to really make sure you're hitting enough protein for that breakfast. That's just a little side note as well. So the other thing that probably saves my life in this situation is protein powder. Because eggs have such a great source of protein and I can't use them, I use protein powder in a lot of my breakfasts and cooking, and things like where eggs would have actually boosted the protein amount. So finding a good protein powder, obviously I have a vegan one, and there's lots of options now, which is amazing. So like I mentioned, plug into my Facebook where I do a meal prep live every week over there, and I'm always sharing recipes over there. Because that's where I kind of can help you the most, I suppose. There's lots of different, alternatives for being able to still make really yummy food without eggs. I actually did make a cake on the weekend, and I don't normally make cakes. I used to bake a lot when I was younger and when my kids were younger. However, the combination of the eggs and just probably eating a healthier diet now, I don't obviously do as much baking. However, I did make a cake the other day, just on the weekend, and I used an egg replacer. So if you would like to be connected in with that, just drop in the comments egg replacer and I'll send you the one that I used. It worked perfectly. The cake was delicious. So there are definitely times that you can use a substitute. So this egg replacer I tried worked brilliantly. You can make chia eggs and flax eggs, and I've had success with both of those in different recipes. For example, my baked oats, my protein baked oats, I make up like a flax egg for those, and it works beautifully. So there's lots of different ways that you can actually substitute eggs. And then with dairy, like I said, there's actually lots of great ways of substituting dairy these days too. And I will thank the vegan movement for that, because at our local supermarket there's a whole vegan section. There's vegan like sour cream and cream cheese, and even vegan feta, and lots of different options that can help you still enjoy some of the recipes that you love. I will say about dairy that I had to shift obviously to a milk alternative, and I don't think my cup of tea will ever taste as good ever again. However, you do get used to it. So I make my own almond milk now. That is something that you can do. There's lots of choices for different milks: macadamia milk, almond milk, hazelnut milk. Like, there's so many options. So that, you know, is really helpful. But generally, like, the protein powder saves my life, and you know, there's lots of different options for being able to work around eggs. So if you have someone who is egg and dairy free, please tag them in this video or send them to this link. And I just ask you in advance, please subscribe. I appreciate that so much. If you would like some extra help with your nutrition, I do help people with getting their nutrition on track. It is how I manage my menopause naturally. By changing what I eat has been a massive game changer, and pretty much I have managed to get my symptoms to go away. So I'll link in the description to information you can check out there. But thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate you, and have an amazing rest of your day.